this video, we will explain how sound cards work in Linux Mint, how to make alsamixer persistent, and how to install and reset PulseAudio. Be sure to click subscribe and let's get started. Linux Mint kernel contains a driver for your sound card, which is selected during the distro install. alsamixer interfaces the user to this kernel sound card driver. On newer computers, the sound card and its driver has many more functions than alsamixer can handle. PulseAudio is another more recent app, recent meaning 15 years ago. It's more recent than alsamixer and has many more features. PulseAudio is likely not installed and can be easily installed in Linux Mint using the software manager. PulseAudio uses and configures alsamixer, who uses the kernel sound card driver to send and fetch sound card audio data. Those who use alsamixer find that during a reboot, their alsamixer settings revert back to a configuration file, such that they have to reset their preferred alsamixer settings each time, which is annoying. alsamixer is also a terminal program and not GUI. Those using PulseAudio don't have this issue since PulseAudio settings are persistent during reboot. After a reboot, PulseAudio appears to reset the alsamixer settings to preferred settings. I prefer using PulseAudio for its persistence. However, there are those who still prefer alsamixer for whatever reason. In this case, you must save the sound card configuration after setting your desired parameters while using alsamixer. Here's how you do that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll start up our terminal, which is right here, and we'll copy and paste this command. And you get this manual, and the part we're in is in this info part of it, and down here store to a card. That's the two things we're interested in. So Q to quit. So let's get the info first of all. So you notice here, card 0, the PC, it's a HDA Intel PC8. That card, that's the hardware on my motherboard, which the operating system uses that. And you'll notice this card number 0. And we come down here and sound card number 1, that's NVIDIA. Video card has a sound card in order to play through HDMI. And then last but not least, sound card number 2 is my headset, which looks like a sound card because it's USB audio. So that's how you find out the device that you want to save. We're going to assume that you're using a plug-in jack and not a USB headphone. We'll assume you're using card 0. So we'll go down here. Next thing we'll do is store the current configuration. This is assuming you've already used alsamixer to set the configuration parameters that you want. So once you've done that, we're going to copy and paste this. Copy. I'm going to paste. We're going to put the number here at the end. Number 0. Sound card number, and hit enter. Notice you got to have a sudo in front of it. So up arrow to repeat the previous command in case you didn't know. Sudo, super user. Same command. What's my password? And now it's done it. So now we've saved to the configuration file, the configuration as you currently have it. Now we can see this configuration file by going to this location here. So we'll go down there and look at it. In ls, you see this asound.state. That's where this command stored the parameters for card number 0, which is the sound card on my motherboard. So now next time you reboot your system, it'll come up with the same parameters by fetching the parameters from this file right here, and you won't have to change everything every time you reboot. So this solves that problem. Okay, this section will be dealing with PulseAudio. We have listed up here. This website, if you go there and look at it, they have a lot more information about PulseAudio that you may find interesting, but most people really don't need all that information. PulseAudio, if you're having problems with it, you use this terminal command PulseAudio-K. That'll kill the current running PulseAudio, and PulseAudio, notice that minus sign start will now restart PulseAudio, and that'll probably fix your problems if your PulseAudio is not working. If you don't have PulseAudio installed yet, then this section here shows you how you simply use this command line. Sudo apt-get install that, and it will install it for you. If you want to install it using the software manager, you can, but it's easier with the terminal because one line in the terminal installs all 3 of these items. Whereas in software manager, you have to install all 3 separately, I believe. I wouldn't swear by that. It's a possibility. You might want to try this bottom one first. Maybe that will install the others. So how do you know something's installed with the software manager? Well, we come over here. We bring up the software manager. We type in what we're looking for, PulseAudio, up here at the top. And you notice there's check marks. There's a green check mark. That means it's already installed. So the utilities is installed. That's for command line tools. PulseAudio sound server is installed. That's the application it actually talks to. alsamixer. And there's a third one, I believe. No, I don't see it right now. Okay, so those 2, well, yeah, PulseAudio itself. Where is it? It's got to be here. I think I can't use that space. Sometimes these guys are picky about things like that. Here it is. PulseAudio volume control. So those are already installed. If they aren't installed, you click on each one. When you click on it, you get an option to remove it. Or if it wasn't there, you get an option to install it. So that's how you install those 3 things using these 3 lines here. Once you've installed the volume control, there is a GUI interface to run it. We come over here and we click on Linux Mint, go to Sound and Video, and you notice right down here, PulseAudio Volume Control. This is how you run it. Here's my input device. You can see it's working as I'm talking. I'm using it right now. So that's how you connect all these things together as far as PulseAudio goes. You can also run it from the terminal, which is this command right here. Should be a $sign there. That's your choice which way you want to start it. If you want to upgrade PulseAudio to make sure you have the most current version, you do sudo apt-get update. Then sudo apt-get upgrade. And that's that. So this is how you actually install PulseAudio and how you actually save alsamixer parameters so that they're retained during a reboot. This video should have given you much valued insight as to how the Linux Mint audio system works and how all the various components interact. And hopefully this will serve you well.